Netflix en Europa, lo siento por mi español, voy a tener que hacer la presentación en inglés, voy a intentar hablar muy despacio, si hay algo que no entendéis, pues decírmelo. Entonces, really welcome to our Christmas breakfast. We'll have the opportunity today to tell you and show you, it's even better than telling you, about 4K content with our guest Samsung. You'll be able to see A Very Merry Christmas, which is a show that will start streaming on Friday, December 4th, so we get a bit of exclusive feeling. And to start with, I want to show you some of the amazing content that we have in 4K in Netflix at the moment.
Let's get started.
Are they watching us now?
Great. Are there any of those shows that you're watching at the moment? Any of you? Any Netflix members? Yeah? So, any of those? Narcos, maybe?
Sensei.
No.
Sense8?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been launching something like 1 month ago-ish. And so I won't unveil any numbers. I know I will get the questions. We never communicate on that type of figures. We're just saying that internationally the growth is just crazy. We're really happy about the early performance and the results we have in Spain at the moment. And what we used to say in general, that in one day launching the country, we're learning more than in 1 year preparing it. Everything is about getting to know the end users, the customers, and after to curate and fine-tune the catalog in order to provide the best content available for Spain. We made a promise that every single day of the year we'll bring some new content, some new super nice TV series and movies and documentaries to you. So you might have seen that the catalog is already evolving. Only last week, for instance, on Friday, we have one of our original series, Jessica Jones, that was launched. There was a super hit, like it's one of the top 3 most viewed content so far in Spain, so we're extremely happy about the performance. We see that the originals, Netflix shows in general, Orange is the New Black, House of Cards, Marvel, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Narcos are really like what people want to see, and because they're exclusive. And this relates to the future of TV, internet television. We've seen that television is pretty old. It's been 6 years. Linear TV didn't really change. Always the same pattern. You need to be at a given moment of time at 9 p.m. To see your show at home. It doesn't really make sense if you think about it. Your kids, your grandkids, they will never think that you need to stay at home and be blocked to see your favorite show. That is something from the past. And this disruption, this is really Netflix that is bringing it to life. We will change many things in your life in terms of content creation, in terms of distribution, and in terms of consumption of the content. In terms of content creation, for instance, we had this year around 450 hours of originals content. This is pretty massive, and we changed the way we tell stories. Storytelling is something really important to us, and now the way you're watching TV, the way you're binging, has totally evolved. We're launching the show in one go. You can see 10 or 13 episodes directly. This everywhere in the world. If you are in the US, in Finland, or in Spain, you will have access to the same content. The episodes can be you know, it's like it doesn't have to follow a specific pattern. It's not 24 hours for every show. If you take the example of Sense8, for instance, one episode is 40 minutes, the other one is 1 hour and 20 minutes, because it needs to fit the narrative. That is really important for us. It's like if you're thinking like having a book, and all the books will be 30 pages. Some books needs to be 25, and some 500 pages. It's always something related to be smart. There's also the way we're creating stories. We have local stories for a global audience. If I take the example of Narcos, for instance, this has been produced by a French company, Gaumont, 100 years old. It has been shot in Colombia, in Spanish and in English. The main character is Brazilian and is extremely successful in Finland, Japan, and Spain. So that's the way Netflix sees the shows and interact with the users. We recently launched some new, or start to shoot some new originals, such as Marseille in France, The Crown in the UK, Subura in Italy, and we're really keen to have something pretty soon in Spain. Spain is home to great content, with the Almodovar of the world, and we know we'll find something great for you guys pretty soon. In terms of the way you're watching your content, it's also a game changer. You can see whenever you want it, on whatever device you want, as long as you got internet. And that's also like something pretty interesting. We used to say that it's not only one Netflix, but 69 millions of Netflix. Everything is personalized in a way that will bring content relevant to you based on your appetites, based on your mood of the moment and so on. And this is something also really key. There is no advertising. I think everybody is bored to watch, 10 minutes of program and to have 15 minutes of advertising. This is something that is extremely nice for us. And on the behind those, we're trying to have a seamless experience. Everything, we're a technology company. We're one of the unique companies to have one foot in Hollywood, bringing fantastic content, and one foot in the Silicon Valley. So when you're just watching and opening your TV, you will have a seamless experience with fast encoding, with adaptive streaming to make sure that you can get the content without any buffering, with the key recommendation for you. So all your experience is getting there really seamlessly. And that's something that our end users appreciate for barely €7.99 a month. All this bundle of technology and great content is helping to tackle the piracy in general. We know that in Spain, there's always this query and people saying, yeah, but we're kind of different, we like to steal, so even if it's $7.99, it's like, why would you pay for it? But and recently you might have seen that some hackers managed to crack some of the content, and they were really proud of it to be able to crack some of the 4K content, but the end result wasn't fantastic. And we're like, guys, it's like you can try Netflix for free. Why would you bother to do something? If you want to see Jessica Jones, you can just log in and see it in 4K and then binge it and be happy. So that's a different approach. So that leads me to pioneering technology and to 4K, because this morning, you will have the chance to see a very Merry Christmas, and we'll have our guest from Samsung also telling you why 4K is a quantum leap and improving the overall user experience with better pixels, better image, and more immersive approach. We started with 4K in April 2014 with House of Cards. That was the first content available. And right now, barely 1 year later, we have more than 300 hours of content that is in 4K. Next year, we'll probably double that numbers and have around 600-ish hours, maybe more. That's a pretty big number. If you think about that in Spain, only Movistar was able to release something in 4K as a classic football game 1 week ago. We're way more advanced in terms of technologies than any other brand in Europe or in Spain. And we'll bring fantastic content. We're getting into movies, for instance. Some might have seen Beast of No Nation, featuring Idris Elba. That is an award-winning movie, and that might be an Oscar contender. We'll have from 8 to 14 movies next year with some totally unknown actors such as Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. So we're really getting into this entertainment industry. And without further ado, I will introduce Nacho Monge. Sorry for my accent, from Samsung, that will explain a bit more about the experiment we there recently conducted on the 4K side.
Muchas gracias, Yann.
Yeah.
Bueno, veo algunas caras conocidas, pero seguramente muchos no me conozcáis. Soy Nacho Monge, responsable de marketing de la parte de AV para Samsung España. En primer lugar, gracias por venir y casi me voy a atrever a felicitaros la Navidad. ¿Vale? A muchos de vosotros no os veré, entonces feliz Navidad a todos. En segundo lugar, gracias a Yann y a su equipo, en primer lugar por montar este gran evento y hacer lo posible e invitarnos, ¿vale? Es una muestra del compromiso y del partnership entre dos grandes compañías, ¿vale? Una de las compañías más grandes a nivel mundial en desarrollo de contenidos y el primer fabricante de televisores a nivel mundial. Y en tercer lugar, perdonadme por mi español. Es bastante peor que el inglés de Yann y lo intentaré vocalizar lo máximo posible. Traigo una chuletilla, ¿vale? Entonces en algún momento pues miré por allí. Yo siempre empiezo queriendo daros o compartir unos datos sobre la industria de los televisores, ¿vale? Y no podría empezar de otra manera que hablaros del gran famoso Black Friday. Black Friday es un concepto muy novedoso en España, apenas 2 años, 3 años, pero este año en 2015 ha sido un concepto que ha calado brutalmente en el consumidor español. Durante Black Friday el mercado de televisores ha crecido en torno a un 30%, lo cual es tremendo. Y hemos visto Black Friday en todas las industrias y en todos aquellos productos que podría interesar al consumidor. Y como no podría ser de otra manera, Samsung ha liderado estos 4 días. Samsung ha vendido más de un televisor cada 5 minutos. Y muchos de ellos eran UHD. Y es que al final, 2015 ha sido Black Friday ha sido un reflejo de lo que está siendo 2015 en los últimos años. Samsung en 2015, por 10º año consecutivo, es líder mundial en venta de televisores y en España vendemos 4 de cada 10 televisores que se venden en España son de la marca Samsung. Es un hito en la historia de Samsung, un hito en la industria de los televisores. Pero dejar que os dé unos datillos más y ya luego hablamos sobre nuestro partnership con Netflix. El mercado de UHD crece en torno a un 250% respecto al año pasado. Es decir, tanto la industria como los consumidores desean la última tecnología. Y los televisores curvos, como el que tenéis hoy aquí, crecen en torno al 200%. Los televisores UHD representan ya 3 de cada 10 televisores que se venden en España son UHD. Y si vamos a mercados de televisores más grandes, como los que veis aquí, más del 50% son UHD. Es decir, el consumidor que con cierto presupuesto y que está dispuesto a pagar por contenidos, va hacia televisores con tecnología UHD. Y muy parecido a los televisores curvos, cuando vamos a televisores de más de 1.000 euros, el 50% son televisores curvos. Y aquí vuelve a liderar Samsung. 5 de cada 10 televisores UHD que se venden en España son televisores Samsung y 9 de cada 10 televisores curvos que se venden en España son Samsung. Y ya por último comentaros el éxito de Smart TV. Y aquí viene la relación con Netflix. Smart TV, en Samsung este año hemos hecho un gran hito. Tenemos 1 millón de usuarios activos. Lo que significaría que si en un hogar hay una media de 3, hemos impactado en 3 millones de consumidores. Esto nos convertiría prácticamente en la segunda o tercera plataforma de España. Y aquí, y esto es como resultado del objetivo que tiene Samsung, que es convertir el televisor en el centro de entretenimiento familiar y dando cabida a través de nuestros televisores, de nuestra plataforma Smart TV, a los mejores contenidos y respondiendo a lo que nos dice el consumidor. Los mejores contenidos para verlo cuando quiera, donde quiera y como quiera, en cualquier dispositivo, ¿vale? Y aquí viene nuestro partnership con Netflix. En Netflix, en solo un mes, hemos sido capaces de instalar la aplicación en más de 1 millón de televisores en España. En menos de un mes hemos instalado Netflix en más de 1 millón de hogares. Esto supone 23 descargas al minuto. 23 descargas al minuto. Esto se consigue por el partnership de Samsung y de los desarrolladores y de un desarrollador de contenidos y distribuidor de contenidos tan fuerte como es Netflix a nivel mundial. Netflix en tan solo un mes se ha upado dentro del top 5 de aplicaciones de Samsung Smart TV. Algo que es realmente complicado. Estos resultados nos empujan a Samsung y a Netflix a seguir colaborando para entregar los mejores contenidos al consumidor. Y quiero aprovechar para enseñaros un vídeo en el que hemos realizado y hemos trabajado con Netflix sobre la calidad UHD. Sobre los consumidores.
Asked us to compare two types of television. One is a ultra high definition television and the other is a high definition television. We weren't just asking the viewers to give us their experience of watching HD compared with UHD, we were actually measuring what's going on inside their brains and their bodies. We measure EEG, brain activity, heart rate and skin conductance to see how excited people are becoming by what they're watching. Netflix supplied us with a variety of genres from their UHD and their HD content. These were chosen to elicit different emotional responses in the participants. What we found was that the UHD experience is so much more immersive watching on a UHD set. They became much more engaged. Their brain showed a much higher level of attention and involvement with what was going on the screen.
It was clear, it was bright, you know, the sound was amazing. Yeah, very impressed.
Automatically I was drawn to the left-hand side. I didn't think that it would be a big difference, to be fair, and the quality of the left-hand side was absolutely phenomenal.
Really, ultra-high definition television is a quantum leap in viewing experience.
Los detalles completos del estudio los detalles completos del estudio los tenéis disponibles a través de nuestro equipo de PR y a través del equipo de Yann. Al final lo que se trata es de desarrollar una tecnología que sea capaz de que el consumidor la experimente y tenga una experiencia mucho mejor que la que tiene actualmente. Y con esto lo hacemos a través de los televisores y a través de la tecnología de Netflix. Ya sin más, doy de nuevo paso a Yann y si tienes cualquier tipo de preguntas, pues estamos aquí disponibles para vosotros. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Si tenéis unas preguntitas, puedo intentar hacerlo en español o si hay algo para Samsung más en el experimento, por ahí esperemos antes de empezar a ver el show. ¿Alguien? ¿Unas preguntas?
There have been certain complaints about the way the application works with certain network operators, service providers.
You mean
Movistar?
You mean Movistar?
Yes.
Yes. So this is true, we'll. I don't know if you're aware of that or ISP index. Every month in every market where Netflix has a presence, we usually showcase this index where you can see during peak hours the performance of every ISP. So this will be unveiled on Friday. We'll already start talking with the Southern media, and I think we'll officially release next week this ISP index. And what we see is the performance of Movistar is pretty poor compared to any other networks in Spain. From the small regional one, Scale, or the bigger ones, Ono or Vodafone. So this is a known issue, and we're working with Movistar to fix this. Basically, they refuse to do the what we call open interconnect, so to have us for absolutely no money getting to the server in Madrid and have some of the content in cache, you know, it's like or servers, so they can access the data really fast and improve the user experience.
In your server, you mean?
Yeah,
Your server.
exactly. So for them it's like totally cost-free and it's pretty easy. They want us to pay for this, and we think when end users is already paying a big amount of money to get internet, television, to get fiber, or which is advertised 100 megabytes per second. If you want to have that speed, it's basically to stream content. So why another provider would have to pay for that? And you know, we have agreements everywhere in the world with some ISPs. It's an easy solution, costs them nothing, and we do think that it's not beneficial from the end users. So we'll just let this bit of information known to Movistar users or to journalists or to everybody, and we'll see how things are developing. But we're keen to fix the problem. There's a solution. It's just we just need a bit of goodwill from Movistar.
But do you feel that there's a little bit of sabotaging your?
I don't know if the sabotaging. At the end of the day, the end users and the customers are not happy about it. So it might be something also like that could backfire for them, because there's a solution. It's known. If you look at the results, Escatel, for instance, have 4 times better speed velocity during peak hours, whereas they're like really smaller. So people will just wonder why this is the case. And I think they are the one to blame in that situation.
Following that, what can the user do?
Sorry?
What can the user do to, I don't know, I read before that Netflix said that we should report Movistar, but to whom?
Okay. Yeah, it is difficult. I think by telling them directly, you know, that you're not happy. I know there are forums, there are things. You know, it's difficult. And in Madrid, for instance, you got options. If you want to go to another provider, then you can switch and have some better speed internet. But I know sometimes you have what you call permanencia or something like this, which makes you stuck like for several months with your internet provider. That's not really customer friendly. For instance, at Netflix, you have 1 month free, and you can watch for 3 months. And if you decide to stop your subscription, it takes 1 click. It's like, so if we're not delivering and you're not happy, that's just done. But that's, you know, it's like kind of the future for companies that are more, you know, like anchored in the past and that have a monopoly. Then, you know, it's easier for them to take users as an hostage and to claim certain things. So in some cases, you can just switch your ISP provider, and in some cases just stuck for a few months. But maybe in a few months, when you have the opportunity to renew your subscription, you might go to another provider. That's also the risk for them. This is no more questions? Well, then you can enjoy the show.
Thank you.
And we're out there.
Thank you.
Vamos a empezar con A Very Merry Christmas. Por supuesto, yo os invito a quedaros hasta el final, pero quien se tenga que ir, o sea, podéis en cualquier momento. No estáis obligados a verla entera, la tendréis dentro de unos poquitos días.
That's appropriate too, isn't it? How's that go? The jingle bells are jingling, the streets are white with snow, the happy crowds are mingling, but there's no one that I know. I'm sure that you'll forgive me if I don't enthuse. I'll come down with those Christmas